Hi guys! So I've had the snake plant for over a year now. I purchased it from the store and haven't repotted it or done anything with it since I brought it home. It stayed in its original 6-inch pot that it came with, which is the one that you see right here. Today, I'm going to repot it and also break it apart to separate and propagate. This way, I'll have more snake plants growing in different pots over time. So I'll go ahead and get right to it. I prepared 3 pots here and filled them with cactus potting mix. Here's a baby plant that's shooting out right here. I don't know if you can see that. It's about 1 inch long. I'm not sure where it's attached to, so I'm going to find out when I split them up. I'm just going to carefully remove the old soil and see what's going on underneath. Oh, so it looks like the little pup is actually attached to this one on the other end, which is interesting because I thought it was going to be attached to the one closer to it. You can cut this part off if you want, and also cut the pup off, and you'll end up with 3 separate plants right there. But I'm just going to leave it like this. So from that single planter that I started out with, I'm expecting to transplant them into 3 separate planters. And I'll show you how I'm going to be doing that right here. So I'll be potting this whole thing still attached to each other like this. Like I said, you can cut them off and separate and end up with three separate plants, but I'll just put them all together in this big pot. I think this planter is actually a little too big for this plant. I'd prefer a smaller pot, but just because it does better in smaller containers, but since this is all I have, it'll have to do for now. Here's the little baby shoot, if you can see it. For this other one, I'll be taking a leaf cutting to propagate. You can basically propagate snake plants by dividing the pups and also through leaf cuttings. Generally, with leaf propagation, you want to have a few leaf cuttings to start with because not all of them survive. I have 2 here, and I could actually cut these 2 in half to end up with 4 leaves, but I'll stick with these 2 and see how it goes. There's no guarantee that they'll both make it, but we'll just have to see. So I'm just sticking this other one in this planter, and this is fresh potting mix here, cactus potting mix. There. So for the leaf cuttings, make sure you have the leaf cuttings positioned in the right way, putting the cut end in the soil. So just remember where you cut the leaves and you stick that part in the soil. So there you go. From one pot, I separated them into 3 containers. And I'll be following up on these to see how they're doing in the next couple of weeks. You can wait a few days to water, or you can water right away. These plants are very, very dry, so I can just go ahead and water. Okay, stay tuned. I'll be back in a few weeks to see how these leaf cuttings are doing and how the other 2 pots are doing. By the way, these leaves have to stay away from direct sunlight or they will burn. Keep them in a dry location but away from direct sunlight. Alright, so it's been about 4 weeks since I repotted these plants and took some leaf cuttings. Let's see how they're doing and if the leaves have rooted. But I'm showing you how these 2 plants are doing and these planters. It looks like they're doing well. Not much action going on, but doing good. And here's my little baby pup, if you can see it. So let's take a look at these leaf cuttings, see if they've rooted or not. Sadly, 4 weeks later and still no roots. Oops, sorry, you didn't see that here. Sorry, I lost focus, but yeah, I don't see any roots. So sadly, that didn't work, and that was a failed attempt, but I'm not giving up. I'm sticking the leaves back in soil and retry again and wait a couple more weeks, see how it goes. That's just how it is with leaf propagation. You're just not guaranteed success. But yeah, we'll try again. So it's been another 3 weeks since my last failed attempt. It's a total of 7 weeks altogether from when I got the cuttings. I will try my luck again and see if we have roots growing. And yes, do you see this? Yes, so there you go, a success, yay, for this leaf. And we'll try the other leaf to see. Oops, oh, for this one, it unfortunately still didn't work. No roots growing, I don't see any, but that's okay. At least we had success with 1 leaf. So after this, you have to wait for a baby plant to shoot out from the bottom of the leaf. That would take a few more weeks and even months. So leaf propagation takes a long time. As I've mentioned before, leaf propagation is not my preferred route because it generally takes longer and I have less success with it than stem propagation. But some people love leaf propagation, so it really depends on you personally. If you do it successfully, you end up with a lot of new baby plants for free. By the way, I haven't given up on that other leaf. What I did is I cut it into 2 and placed them in water to attempt water propagation. I'm not sure if that would work either, and that's going to take another month or so, so I'll end my video right here. That's it right here, if you can see it. Yeah, the one in these two leaves in water. Yeah, it's just for fun. I'll see how it goes. I'll most likely do a separate video of the leaf water propagation. Alright, so there you go guys. Here's how I ended up with 3 pots from 1 pot of snake plant. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. Please like this video if you found it useful and subscribe to this channel if these are the types of content you'd like to see. I have a playlist of related topics that you can check out. Thanks for stopping by, and as always, happy gardening!